Welcome everyone to the Tiptoptify Accelerator Program. My name is Mohamed Tawfiq Hamza, the rookie analyst. I am the lead instructor here and the founder of Tiptoptify, an EdTech for Impact platform. I am also a certified Microsoft and Google data analyst. But today isn't about me. Today is about you, your career, your growth, and the incredible opportunities that data analytics can unlock for you. This program is designed to transform your career with practical and employer-ready skills. You will not only master Excel, Power BI, and SQL, but you'll also build a portfolio that speaks louder than any CV, a showcase of real and impactful data projects that prove your expertise. Why is data analytics the skill of today? It's simple. In our world, data is the new oil. Organizations across industries, from healthcare to finance, tech, and retail, and what have you, all rely on data to make smarter, faster, and evidence-based decisions. When you master analytics, you become the person who turns raw numbers into insights that shapes strategies, drive innovations, and keep businesses ahead of the curve. And here is the kicker. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 25% growth in data analyst roles through 2032. That's massive, right? It's much faster than average growth. In short, the world needs more data analysts than ever before, and that's where you come in. I know by now you're all wondering, what is data analytics? Why am I here? Or why should I continue? Or why should I join? You have probably heard of the phrase by Sherlock Holmes, data, data, data. I can't make bricks without clay. He said this phrase when Dr. Watson asked him to make deductions. But obviously, he can't because there was no sufficient information. And this portrays the importance of not jumping into conclusions. Well, in our world today, data is the clay. Too often, people think of data as just numbers or facts, but data is alive. It is the raw material that, when collected, transformed, and organized, becomes the building blocks of knowledge and innovation. So now I want you all to think of yourself as Sherlock Holmes, using data as magnifying glass. As an analyst, you don't just collect numbers, you transform them into insights, predictions, and informed decisions. That is the true power of analytics. Now, let's talk about what this means for you. Learning data analytics, the program, and all of that. First, there's a high earning potential. In the US, entry-level analysts are already earning between 50K to 70K and 23K to 25,000 pounds in the UK. And in Nigeria, the giant of Africa is between 1.6 million naira to 3.2 million naira. And the demand continue to increase. As you scale, the salary also goes with you. Next is the strategic impacts. Analysts don't just crunch numbers, they shape marketing campaigns, guide product launches, and improve operations. You are the voice that decision makers listen to. And lastly is the career flexibility. Data skills open doors across industries, tech, healthcare, government, education. And there's a high possibility of remote work opportunities. In fact, my first full-fledged data analytics role was majorly remote. Here is the heartbeat of analytics. Data flow. Data flows from one stage to the next stage and to the last stage. And this is what we call data flow. How does the flow works? First is the data collection and integration, which simply implies you pulling information from spreadsheets, from APIs or databases. That's simply collections. It could even be from your forms like Google Forms or any other surveys. Now you have your information or you have your data. What are you going to do with it? You're going to go to the next stage of your data analytics flow, which is data cleaning and preparation. I know a lot of you already contemplating, oh, there's no need to learn data analytics because of AI. No, AI will probably not collect your data for you. It probably won't clean your data for you, right? It will only enhance the processes that you do that. And mostly you employ analytic solutions more often in the visualization state. That's when the data has already been fully cleaned. So you are still important. Let's continue. Trust me, the data cleaning and preparation stage is the unsung hero of analytics. Without clean data, your insights are useless. Then comes the analysis and modeling. This is where you bring data to life, identifying patterns, running calculations, discovering trends. And finally, the most interesting part, visualizations and reporting. Because insights don't matter if you can't communicate them clearly to your stakeholders or your managers. Clear dashboards and reports drive the action. Let's clear up some common confusion. Data analytics, data science, or business analytics. Which way? I'm here for you, right? And that's why you are all here today. Data analytics is about interpreting existing data to answer specific business questions. And the kind of tools you think about here are spreadsheets. For example, Excel, which is the most popular one, and other alternatives like the Google Sheets. Next, you talk about the BI tools, Tableau, Looker, and what have you. But my favorite, Microsoft Power BI. And then the SQL, the language you use to query your database. That's data analytics. What about data science? Data science goes deeper, like building predictive models and automated systems using tools like Python and R. So it's more of programming, more of statistics and algorithm. And data science can also be easily tied to computational biology or bioinformatics. What about business analysis or a business analyst? Well, there's a thin line between data analytics and business analytics. In most cases, if you've learned data analytics, you can already transform that knowledge into business analysis. But what's really business analysis? It's about improving processes, bridging business needs with data-driven solution. Each of all these roles is powerful in its own way, but this program focuses on data analytics, the foundation, the foundational skills that opens the door to all the remaining ones, whether it's data science or business analysis. Now let's look at type of data analytics. There are four main types of analytics and they form in natural progression. So let me make a pointer now. As you can see here, we have an arrow that points down from insight to foresight. As you may already know, insight simply means previous, like the past. Think of it, the past. Insight, present, and then foresight, future. Now let's bring this into the type of data analytics. Descriptive analytics. We look back into history to find out what happened. It's as simple as that. Because when you know this type of analytics, you know what approach or which kind of visualization tools you're going to use when you are visualizing your data or even the kind of analysis. right? The next, and that's insights because it's in the past. Always remember this, right? The next one is the descriptive analytics, which will tell you, sorry about that. The next one is the diagnostic analytics, which tells you why something happened. You investigate a cause, right? It's diagnostic. And when you're investigating it, it's more like connected to the present. You want to drive insight from it. Why is this thing happening? So that you can decide the way forward, whether to mitigate or to adjust anything. That is the diagnostic analytics. While the next one is the predictive analytics, which simply focus on what might happen, like you forecast the future. For instance, imagine you made a sales of $1,000 in December of 2025, and you want to predict how much are you going to make by December 2026. You're going to do the analysis. So that is what predictive. You are predicting it, right? While the prescriptive analytics, as the word sounds, is just like you having to take drugs that is being prescribed for you by your doctor. So you are trying like, what should we do? Or you recommend, or kind of recommended action. So this is it. Insight, and foresight. Each stage give you more power to influence decisions. So whether you're trying to find out what happened or why it happened or what might happen or even what should we do, regardless of the situation, you find yourself being a key player in decision making in your company, your organization, or your educational institution. Now let's talk about your toolkit for this program. We're going to master three essential tools. First is Excel, which is more than a spreadsheet. It has we're going to look at advanced formulas, pivot tables, data modeling, automation with macros and VBAs, and other AI tools. Next, we're going to look at Power BI, where your data comes to life through interactive dashboards and storytelling visuals. And more importantly, we're also going to see how we can use Power Query to transform data. And lastly, we're going to look at SQL, the language of data. With it, you can query massive data sets, join tables, and extract exactly the insight you need. These three tools are the holy trinity of analytics. Master them, and you'll be ready for 90% of analytics or analyst roles worldwide. In the program also, we talk about the AI bonuses to supercharge your analytics skills. In this accelerator program, it's where your future gets exciting because AI is not replacing analysts. It is only amplifying us. With ChatGPT, you can generate SQL queries, simplify complex formulas, and brainstorm new visualization ideas. In Power BI, AI features give you natural language queries and instant insights. And also in Excel, there are AI-driven co-pilot features that recognize patterns and undo repetitive tasks. Think of AI as your analytical co-pilot. It doesn't replace your brain. It frees it to focus on high impact transformation and insights. Here's where theory meets proof. In this accelerator program, you'll build a portfolio project site. So start thinking of yourself as a web designer right now. We're going to show you that, right? So you're going to build a portfolio project site that showcase your real work, dashboards, case studies, methodology breakdown, because employers love this because it shows not just what you know, but what you can do. Will also help to refine your CV to highlight measurable results and technical skills, making sure you stand out in the job market. And finally, interview prep. We'll practice explaining complex findings in plain English so you can walk into any interview with confidence. So your analytics journey starts here. This is your moment. In just a few weeks, you'll go from data curious to data confident. You not only master tools, but also develop an analytical mindset that will serve you across your career. Every data set becomes an opportunity. Every question becomes solvable. There's an old proverb: the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So let's plant the seed of your data career today, and you're officially welcome to the Tiptoptify Accelerator Program. Your journey starts here. This program is powered by Tiptoptify in collaboration with the Rookie Analyst and is brought to you by Tiptop Amza Limited. And see you on the inside.